good afternoon and welcome to Crafters TV and this show today, which is Colour Me Happy. And I tell you what, we're going to be colouring you all shades of happy today, because as you can see beside me, we have got a set of treats galore. If we haven't met before, hi, it's so nice to be with you today. My name is Rebecca Redican. Feel free to call me Becky though. And we have got some superb treats, not just the goodies beside me, but we've also got for you today spend and save. What I mean by that is whenever you spend £30 or $30 or €30 or more than that, you will be saving yourself a fiver. Yep, $5, €5, £5 you will be saving. So it's a brilliant day to get involved and treat yourself to some goodies with that extra saving. And as you're saving, you're still saving up your points. And if points are your thing, because you are this close to the next level in our Club Inspire, Totally Tiffany, not double points, but triple points. Yeah, totally Tiffany is for you today. Have a little nosy on our web if you'd like to take advantage of that. And if you'd like to take advantage of some creativity, oh, I tell you what, we've got some treateroos on board with our wonderful Craigle. Hi, Craig.
Hiya, how you doing?
So good. I'm ready to be inspired, and we're definitely on that today, aren't we?
I say that as if we've not seen each other today. We've been all day together on shows. First of all, I'm going to show you some. I kind of feel a bit naked around me. I've got no Gemini. It's full on stamping. So nice, lovely space here. So plenty of room for maybe a friend, maybe just to stand at the side of me.
I'll be heading over there in a bit for sure.
Absolutely, too right. Well, we'll have a look and see some of the things that you could expect to see. Now, we are primarily going to be looking at our Classique pens. And with the in-launch day earlier, we were having a look at Illustrator pens. And I'm saying that because we will go over kind of like the differences between them, but it is mostly looking at the Classique pens, forgive me. But we've got these stamp sets on the show as well. Now, if you want to go in very simplistic with the colour layers, you can do. But then don't just think about cards. What we have got is we've got little notebooks that you can be making little gifts as well.
Oh,
we can see, look at this mermaid here under the scene. So for instance, these two here are from a stamp set that is part of the glitter marker collection. However, I will be using them with the Classiques. Then we have got our Leigh Holland cute character stamp and die sets here. This is just a smidge as to what to expect when it comes to some of the things that you can be doing within Colour Me Happy. Not a show that I get to do quite a lot, so I am absolutely beyond excited to spend my Friday evening here in the UK, Friday afternoon, Friday morning for you guys Central Time, on Colour Me Happy. It's going to be a good couple of hours.
It definitely is. And don't forget that this show, as all of our shows, are about you, okay? I mean, it's all well and good us being here and crafting, and trust me, I can't think of much more I'd like to do on a Friday evening. But it's even better when you, our wonderful CTV family, get involved. So if you've got any questions, if you're brand new to this, you want to ask questions that you think, oh, you know, it might seem a bit silly, or I could just go and look online. Sometimes it's better to actually ask someone when you can get their live response, isn't it? Especially if you go, oh, no, it's not quite what I meant, and you can just message us in again. If you've got any hints or tips you want to share with the family, do get social with us as well. And don't forget, if you're loving this show and you like the tips, you can like and subscribe it as well and save that show. We have got some real steely deals for you coming up today. Let me tell you that for nothing. One of our biggest deals that has been popular already is on the Classique collection. If you have ever done the Classique collection, like a bit of a pick and mix, and you've thought, oh, I do like these ones, but actually, oh, I wish I'd got them all. Well, tell you what, today is definitely your day. 132 pieces in here. It's your markers, and you've got some storage in there as well. Don't forget, I will go through these more in detail later on. We'll learn all about them as we go on. So that is the big treat that we've got. But I have got a price point for everyone on today's show so that anyone can get involved. I want to start with a 6-pack collection, if I may. So this, it's saying 6 packs. Hang on. You get 8 packs of 6, that's right. Yes, 6 packs. I was like, ooh. We're getting 48 of these in total. It's £55 or $83.72. Don't forget, spend and save. Spend 30, save a 5. I've then got the 12-pack collections. And so you're going to be getting 4 packs in total here. Again, you're getting 48 of these. I will go through them in a bit more detail if you need to see them closer up later, don't you worry. Then I am bringing to you the hint of Classique. So we were talking about these earlier on. Lovely subtlety. There's a pastel sort of feel to these ones. And you're going to get the jewel tip, and of course you're getting 36 of them in total. If you want storage, because you want them nice, neat and tidy, this is the one for you. It's a buy one, get one free deal. So you're paying for one, you're getting the other set for free. They stack up on top of each other like you can see, but they also work side by side and in other configurations as well. Just $19.99 because you're getting that half price deal really, aren't you? If you fancy storage on the go, maybe you're someone who has your craft room upstairs, but actually you do most of your colouring downstairs, this is totally the one for you. It's the universal carry bag, and it is a sensational deal. You're saving your tenner on that, but look, it's over 30, so you get the 5 off as well if you've not used that one as of yet. So well worth treat yourself to. Again, I will go through all of these in more detail. We just wanted to give you a little showy show of some of the treats we've got coming up, as well as, of course, Lee Holland and much more. Shall we get ready to have a fun-filled Friday with frivolous colouring? Let's do it. Craig, what are we going to be doing first, please?
Rightio, we're going to be having a look at the stamp set that comes with the title of the Hint of Classiques. So this one here we're going to be using is the Seize the Day. So with this one here, it Seize the Day stamp set, and I am actually going to be using it with the Hint of Classiques. So what we're going to do is let's bring in my large stamping platform, and we're going to bring in our card. Now I have already cut my cardstock to size that I already want, which is 3 3/4 by 4 3/4. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a little bit of a scene under the sea scene, but what I'm doing is I'm going to create it in a oneer using my magnetic platform. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in my Seahorse, and I'm going to position that where I want to go. Now I just want to make sure, whoever is using this last, there is no ink on it. That's fine, nice and clean, so that's fine. So we're going to come in now, and I'm going to position my Seahorse where I want it to go. Then what I'm also going to do is if I bring in the rest, now you've got a nice selection of images on here. So I'm going to go down into the reef here, and I'm going to move my magnetic disc, and I'm going to have this so that the reef is coming off just to the side. So you don't necessarily have to build your scenes individually. If you want to start to create them on your magnetic platform, then you can. So what I'm going to do is let's do a little bit just popping out at the side and moving my discs where I feel I need them to go so they are separate. And I think that's what we'll do just now. We might do the little starfishes separate. Then what I'm going to do here, Becky, is if I come in with my platform, I'm going to press. Now I've got my images exactly where I want them to go. My cardstock staying in place as to where I want it to go, ready for me to stamp. So I'm going to go in with my alcohol-proof Noir black. So this one, being the black one, it's going to give you that nice, sharp, detailed outline, and that's going to complement the Hint of Classiques just perfectly. So if I bring this back in, and we're going to press, these are going to work perfectly with even your really small 4x4 stamping platform. That just means if you're going to create a scene, then you'll need to do that separately, because obviously they won't all fit.
Yeah.
But we're going to stamp this one out, and what I'm going to do is, I'm happy with that impression,
lush.
but I want to make that a little bit bolder, so I'm going to give this another coating, Becky, and then I'm going to stamp once again.
Don't forget, if you do want to get your hands on the stamping platform, we've got an offer on it this evening. It is 10% discount, and you get an extra bonus points with it, because this means, as you're about to see, it goes down perfectly in the exact same place. The amount of times that you get sort of shadowing if you try and go in again, especially with worded ones, it's illegible, isn't it? So if you do want it, then we have got a discount on that at the moment.
Perfect. So I'm bringing in my hint of now. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to use a couple of my normal Classiques. So I'm going to also use Duck Egg, which is AB1, and Soft Purple, PL1. And then what I'm also going to do is if I come into my Classiques here, and I'm going to go in for, so GT5. So these are the only ones that, I tell you what, Becky.
Yeah, go ahead.
Do you want to go through the boards just now? And then that gives me a moment just to sort it, because I only got these literally before we went live, so I've not got my colours dug out. If you want to do boards, I won't do any colouring, nothing at all. All that I'll do is get the pens that I need in place, then we can come back to me and then we'll do some colouring.
Perfect. I'll run through what you're going to be getting when we talk about these stamps. You are getting a vast amount of them. We are going to start off with your sending happy thoughts. When you're looking at this, just think for me who you might send this to and at what time of the year. I'm looking at it and I am thinking Mother's Day. I'm looking at it, I'm thinking of my grandma, because my grandma only lives down the road from me. She's about sort of 30 minutes from my house, but we are pen pals and we write letters to each other on a sort of a weekly basis. And I am thinking of sending this one to her just as a thinking of you, because all we do in our cards is natter. We speak on the phone all the time, but it's a nice little sentiment you've got there. As well as that, I am bringing to you your Have a Lovely Day. I think this one is exquisite. I love how open it is, and I love this sort of bud here. I think, again, think about the colours you're going to be using with this. Different colours in these flowers mean different things. For example, colour it yellow, that is in response to friendship, so a great one to be able to use. Then I've got for you Some Bunny Loves You, and I have to say this bunny rabbit is absolutely adorable. The ears and the fur look so realistic, doesn't it? It really truly does, and you'll know if you have a bunny rabbit yourself that they do tend to sort of sit like this, kind of cute, slouched over, ready to pounce. They're adorable. You've got that one as well. Then I've got for you your My Cup of Tea. I think this would be great with the stacked cups embossing folder, you know the one I mean? I think this would look really nice with that. Great for those of us who love our Sunday teas, maybe our brunches, it'd be perfect. Then I've got for you your Kindness Changes Everything. In here, of course, you've got that butterfly, very much a representation of the, sort of changes. And then in this design here, you've also got those daisies, or days eyes as the name sort of means, as they open and close as an evening. It's a beautiful, wonderful, interesting look you're getting with those. Final one is Seize the Day. Of course, you can pair this up with the mermaids that I've got coming up for you later on. It's a really nice one, a quirky one, especially for those who love underwater themed cards. All of those today, again, I will just stress this to you, you don't have to pick. You're getting all of these today. 39 elements for £39. That's £1 a one, which is fab, isn't it? You're saving over 15% there. So seize the moment. And if it's your first ever order, it's £31.20. That is over £30, so you're saving the fiver. Or it's £39.20 as well. That's if you're new or you're platinum. Do seize the moment on those. Get your messages coming through. I've got people coming in from all over. I've got Florida in. Beth is saying hello to the hottie from Scotland. Let's head over to him now. Hi.
Oh, thank you for that, Becky. 'Cause as much as you love to see me colouring, I know you don't want to see me just faffing about trying to get the colours out. So we're sorted, we're all good. As I say, I've not done anything other than get my pen sorted. So what we can do now is we can take our image off, and what we're going to do is we're going to start to do a little bit of colouring. Now, Colour Me Happy, yes, it's going through step by step, but it's also showing you some different ways in which you can use them. So because they're alcohol, we need to put a piece of cardstock underneath, and that's because what will happen is the ink, it's alcohol ink, it will start to bleed through, and you do want that. That is actually good. What you don't want is you don't want it to then sit through onto your non-porous surface like your glass mat, because then what will happen, the ink will sit, it'll bubble, and then it will transfer back into the image. It's going to then ruin what you've done. So by popping a bit of cardstock underneath, just has to be scrap, doesn't need to be anything overly expensive, and that will then catch any of the residual ink that is bleeding through, and it'll stop it from transferring or basically bouncing back into your image. So what we're going to do with these ones is I'm going to go in first of all with our, what I would say is our classiques. So this isn't the hint of, and this is soft purple PL1, duck egg AB1, and what I am then going to do is I'm going to bring in the PL05 from the hint of, and that's light mauve. So what we're going to do is, now that I've got these three, I'm going to go in with the light mauve to start with, and then I'm going to go in and I'm basically going to give it a base coating of the ink, and this is the lightest tone out the two lilacs. And what I want, what I'm going to achieve is by keeping the shade very simplistic. Now, the more experience you get, the more that you can start to work in the highlight lines around all the scales of the Seahorse, or of course, any of the image that you're doing. But to start with, to get that sense of achievement with blending and shading, if you keep it very, very simple, and I'm going to do it so the darkness of the unicorn is down.
Seahorse.
Seahorse. It's just because I turned my head to the side there, and my next one is a unicorn, so I got caught out there. What I'm wanting to achieve is the Seahorse round the back of the body is where it's going to be dark, and it gets lighter towards the tummy of the Seahorse. So all that I'm doing just now is going in with that lightest PL05, and that is going to give us a base layer to then start to do our shading onto.
Is it right that Seahorse daddies carry the babies?
That's right, yeah, I do know that, yeah. Not often that I know much about under the sea, but that I do.
If you have any oceanic or under the sea facts that you'd like to share, feel free to get social about it. Apparently, we know more about the surface of the moon than we do the bottom of our ocean. I don't know how true that is, but that is something I've heard before. And it sounds like it could be realistic.
Yeah.
Because the ocean's massive, isn't it?
It is, isn't it?
Not that the moon's small, but you know what I mean.
I know exactly what you mean.
I mean, it is small. Have you seen it? It's only about that big.
Tiny.
Far away.
Huge.
And that's how perspective works.
But it is. The ocean is, oh, it's just incredible, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. Are you a good swimmer?
Incredible. Yes, I am. Yep. So one thing that both me and my brother done when we were quite a young age was Mum got us into swimming classes.
Oh, that's fab.
So yeah, so I can swim. You know, I'm not an Olympic swimmer, but you know, God forbid, if I needed to, I could.
That's brilliant.
Save myself.
That's really good.
And save anyone else. So.
Didn't you used to? Did you do that at school though? You know, where you had to like take your pajamas off in the pool and fake save someone. Did you do that?
Well, first and foremost, why were you going to school with pyjamas on?
Oh no, you had to for your swimming class, and you get your trousers. Oh, we did it at school for sure. Yeah, you take off your pajama trousers, and then you tie knots in the end, and then you sort of blow them up or something, and they act as like flotation devices. Yeah? No?
No.
No.
No, I just taught how to swim.
All right, no, fair dues.
Yeah, we got the foam blocks and just got them chucked in until we go jump in and get them.
Yeah.
Yeah, trust me, they didn't want to see my pyjamas. We did get in primary school, like in primary 1, 2, you know, but this is obviously, doubt they'll get away with it now. You know, when if you went to school and you forgot your PJ kit.
Yeah.
Your PJ kit.
Your PE kit.
PE kit. You had to do it in your pants, or not really watching boxers back in those days, but yeah.
Wowzers. Oh, I don't fancy
yeah, done that.
I bet you wouldn't forget it that often though, would you?
No, I wouldn't have thought, well, no. But definitely not swimming. Didn't do that with the swimming, that's for sure. But then when it come to high school, I would do anything I could to get out of PE.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Not a fan.
Unless it was the gymnasium bars. Oh, loved them.
Oh, wow.
You know the big bars, the apparatus bars that they pull
ones
like
you
from the
sort of
walls,
swing
and
on?
you can swing from them, and you can. It's like this thing out of Gladiators. You'd walk along the beams and you'd climb up them. It's like a jungle gym for
that's
teenagers.
cool.
Loved it. That I did do.
That's fab.
Right, guys, ready to do football? Oh, not feeling well. Oh. Right, we're doing the jungle gym. Yes, feel great. Let's go for it.
That's brilliant. I love that.
Oh yeah, that was the days. The days.
I've had a message in saying, yes, we have to get into our PJs and learn how to save ourselves at school too, Becky. I love that. Joanne says, I swim like a rock. Lol.
That's a good one.
Bless you. I got taught to swim at the same time that our spaniels did.
Oh.
Yeah. It's just sort of a chuck 'em in the pond and see sort of tactic. Worked well though.
In the past, a lot of granddads used to do that with their grandsons or daughter. It was literally teach them by just chucking them in.
Yeah, that's what happened to me. Got chucked in the pond with my spaniels. It's fine though, I can still swim. In fact, I'm a trained lifeguard. So.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I say that you have to like keep up with it and you have to redo it every sort of year or so, and I haven't done that. But
you've not done it.
But I was a trained lifeguard.
Yeah. You've never had to put it in action, have you?
Only in like the local paddling pool. Well, the local swimming pool.
Something seriously wrong is somewhat. Well, no, I'm going to take that back. Unfortunately, accidents and that do happen, but
True.
Yeah. Well, thankfully, you've not had to.
No, I've not had anything serious.
Yeah. How do we get onto that? Oh, under the sea, that's why.
Under the sea, yeah.
Under the sea.
Hannah's messaging saying, seahorses mate for life. That's her fact. That's nice. That's pretty.
Now, are penguins the same or are they the opposite?
No, I think penguins are the same.
Are they the same? Yeah.
Well, Happy Feet, if Happy Feet's taught me anything, they seem pretty in love in that.
Yeah. There is some kind of animal. I think you're right, Georgina. Most animals do mate for life, but I do think there's a couple, isn't there, that, well, let's just say them.
I'd say more than a couple.
Yeah, I don't think dolphins.
No.
They're not very
faithful.
Faithful, are they? Gorgeous creatures, but unfaithful. So while we've just been having a lovely random chat about seahorses and who's faithful and who's not, all that I've done is blended the two colours. So I've not gone for three colours as of yet. I'm still just using the PL1 from our Classique range and then the PL05, which is from the Hint of Classique range. So I've gone in with the PL05 first of all. Then I've come in with the PL1 all the way around the outside. So it gives you that little bit of depth of shade. If you wanted to, you could come back in with the PL1 and add a little bit more depth. The whole time I am leaving this stream of white cardstock, because what I'm actually going to do is in a moment I'm going to blend the duck egg blue into the seahorse. So we can then work that one in. I'm going to blend that one back in again, just to blend it out into here. So work my way around. I might even then go in with a little bit more the PL1 just underneath, maybe round the ears. Is it ears for seahorses?
Gills?
Gills?
I don't know, do they listen through it? I'm not sure.
I think they could listen.
Surely.
Yeah. I was watching, this is fascinating, I found it fascinating. You know the legend, David Attenborough?
Oh, very well.
On Apple TV. It's a recent the day the world stood still or something.
Right.
And it's just about how the world's changed over everything that's gone on with COVID and how, you know, under the sea creatures, they've started to learn, like humans, started to learn that they've got new languages that they speak to each other.
Wow.
And they've never come across that before because the ocean's always so loud with cruise ships and oil rigs and all that, but it's completely calm because there's nothing going on, that they're here, like dolphins communicate in different ways now to what they believed before, because it's always been full of noise. Even away, way out, you've always got something, cruise ships, oil rigs, tankers, fishing boats. And if you've got Apple TV, it's certainly something worthwhile reading.
Oh, I'm going to add that to my watching list. That sounds fab.
Yeah. Absolutely. And, you know, it's not just that, it's animals, wildlife in China, here in the UK, Times Square, totally silent, a deer just walking through, little thing. Oh, wow. Honestly, it is phenomenal.
Oh, I'm going to have to watch that.
Yeah, do that.
After I've caught up on Love Island, I'll get right onto it.
So Georgina is a little bit concerned that this isn't going to blend in very well. So what we've got is we've done the AB1, and I'm going to come back in now with the PL1, and I'm going to blend them over. So I'm crossing over just slightly, not all the way over the duck egg, because I don't obviously want to cover that. But what I want to do is I want to blend that out into the pink, and I'm working my way around, circular motions. Have you seen launch day, when it comes to the illustrators, tend to do the flicking motion, whereas with the classiques, tend to do the circle motions, and that just enables you to get a nice smooth blend. What I'm going to do now is go back to the PL05, and I'm also going to blend that back out. So we're blending them in. So we're kind of giving each of them a helping hand from blending in one to the other, crossing over, and we can come in here. And even with this lighter one, Becky, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in just a little bit more as well to really enable that duck egg blue. So you've got that sharp duck egg blue all the way around, and then you're starting to get that blended look coming in by crossing over. And we will still be left with that line of duck egg blue, but the initial cross point where the duck egg meets the pink will blend out into each other.
It's made it look really 3D.
It does that, doesn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, it really does. And I really am laying down this alcohol Classique pen, so the time that it takes to evaporate will take a little bit longer. Now, when I say a little bit longer, you know, I'm saying like maybe 15 seconds longer instead of maybe 6 or so.
Yeah.
But we can then work that in, and I'm going to blend that back out. Working our way. I do like to use this fine tip here. You do have the chisel tip if you want to. Personal preference. I know Sarah Kay, she likes to use the chisel tip frequently, but it is one of those, whatever you do prefer. I'm going to come into this one here. I'm going to go back in with the AB1, and I'm going to do a little bit into here. I'm going to do the same into here. So I'm going to colour that in. I'm going to come in with the PL1. So let's blend that one out. So we're going to go in exactly the same as I've done on this side here.
Yeah.
I'm going to come up to the top. Then we're going to go back in with the PL05 and blend that in. So we're still getting that subtleness of the duck egg blue.
Yeah.
But you're getting the two-tone of the
Lovely.
pinks. And then we can blend that in, just crossing over that a little bit more again. And you can spend so much more time, Becky, by going into all these bits. I said it in launch day, go across to our Spectrum Noir pages where we've got Nicole Bretherick, we've got Linda Fitzsimmons, we've got Sarah Kay that posts their work, as well as all the other girls and guys on the design team as well. But you can really go in and accent all those details with even more deeper shades. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to go into the chartreuse. I'm not going to do any blending with this one. I am simply going to go in with the one tone here. And that's to show that you might not want to do blending. You don't have to. If you want to go in with just the one colour, you can absolutely do that. You know, don't feel as though that you are tied to doing what we would say is a three-tone blend. You want to use it as just individual colours, go for it. It's entirely up to you. Once you've got the pens, they're yours to do whatever you like.
Why did the Seahorse blush?
I don't know. Why did the Seahorse blush?
Because the seaweed.
Oh. That's a good one. I like that one.
Sorry, it's just you started drawing seaweed.
Seaweed, yeah.
Couldn't help it.
Seaweed. Now, I think I have heard that before, but I don't think it was a seahorse.
No, I just added that to it.
Yeah, I think
Lobster,
it was
did you hear?
Lobster, that's it.
Speaking of lobsters, actually, we did have a message in about lobsters. Meredith saying lobsters have the same mate for life as well.
Do they?
Well, yeah, they talk about that on Friends, don't they?
Oh, they do.
And they hold their claws.
These are lobster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aww. Did you? Georgina's asking. Did you see the David Attenborough one where a fish made a pattern in the sand to like attract someone? No, I've seen them do it like birds when they go in like.
Yeah.
They do like little feather like fan dances, don't they? And they go and pick up like bits of tin foil they found to make like snazzy.
I really need to take some tips off of some of these creatures, so I do.
Yeah. You start collecting foil.
I mean, I need to, like, go out to the pub and just poof up my feathers some
maybe. Yeah, well, you've got loads of, like, lovely glitters that you could take out with you. You've got loads of, sort of little sparkles you could take out.
I don't want people to get the wrong idea.
Yeah, but, if it's working for the birds and the fish, why not?
True.
Go for it. Get a few sequins on your head. Turn a bit of, turn some heads. It'll be perfect.
Could be, yeah. Do a little dancing.
Yeah. Are you a good dancer, Craig?
Nope.
I bet you are.
No. I dance like Mr. Bean.
Oh, I quite like his moves.
Oh, well, I'm a good dancer then. No, I can't dance. I can't dance for toffee.
I love that saying.
There we go. So what I've done is, using my trusted ice grey 2, I have simply drawn all the way around, and that will evaporate just that little bit more as well. So we can see how we've got, not only have we got the roundness from the Seahorse, but what we've also got is, see how it just makes it that little bit more proud, just standing against the cardstock with that grey all the way around. Then what I'd done beforehand, very similar. Actually, to be honest with you, I spent more time on this one live than I did on that one, but on this one here, I'd just done a little bit of kind of like dabbing. It was actually with one of my aqua pens, and I just dabbed the background, created my own background. But what I'm then going to do, really simple cards here, because when you spend all that time doing the colouring, Becky, what you don't want is you don't want people's eye to be drawn away from what you've just spent the time doing.
Yeah.
It can be a little bit disheartening when someone goes, oh my gosh, I love that die cut piece that you've added. Well, thank you, but I've just spent 3.5 hours colouring that image for you.
So
do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you're right.
So don't ever feel as though you need to overpower your cards when you've done a coloured image. You want to try and focus their attention on what you've coloured in. So a couple of layers, then I'm going to go in here. Each of the stamp sets within the sets, you do have sentiments. So if I come on to that one there,
that's lovely.
This one here, using one of my dies, I've just done Seize the Day, which is within this stamp set. And I'm going to bring in a pad here. We're going to lift this one up into there and then there. And do you know what's going to be absolutely fandango with this?
Go ahead.
Our
glossy
highlights. Now I'm going to do is 1, 2, 3, as if, actually, you know what, let's do a couple there. Now, I don't know if these are on the show, but they were on launch day and wake up call.
They were.
So they are on the website. It's a glossy highlights. But then there we go. That will dry crystal clear, but you will get that 3D cleared look, as if it is actual bubbles.
Oh, I
popping
love
through.
that.
So then there we go.
That looks absolutely fabulous.
So that's what we coloured, but then that is how you can then turn it into a card that we can see here.
Oh, I absolutely love that. Isn't that wonderful? And it's a bit different as well, which is nice. If you would like to treat yourself to the stamp collection, that is not all you're going to be getting. I have got for you Sending Happy Thoughts here. You've got a wonderful bunch of flowers there. Anyone that maybe you'd like to send a bunch of flowers to? Well, now you can. This is all year round beauty. Have fun with that one for sure. You've also got in here things like for a special friend. Then I have for you, have a lovely day. And you've also got in here just for you. I absolutely adore these ones. I think these are nice and open ones, so they could be quite nice for colouring. Then I've got for you your Somebody Loves You. Of course, this isn't all year round, absolutely, but great for Easter as well. Even maybe for things like Valentine's Day, if you're in a couple and you call each other bunny or something adorable like that. We have also got for you My Cup of Tea. I like this one because this one can be friends, it could be for your family. You've also got what's that one say there? You are terrific. Sorry, I'm trying to read upside down. That's so cute. So you're getting these ones. Great for sort of Alice in Wonderland theme parties, as well as your sort of, if you love your little teas. We are bringing to you your kindness always Sunday. You're getting the beautiful Kindness Changes Everything with the butterfly and the flowers there as well. Then, last but by no means least, we've got the Seize the Day. In the Seize the Day, you are also getting Dream higher than the sky and deeper than the ocean. What a wonderful inspirational quote you've got there. All elements of these, again, you don't have to pick which one you want. In this deal, you get them all. Should be spending nearly 50 quid or nearly $60. It's only £39 today, or $49. If you're paying in pounds, it's only £1 a stamp, which is incredible, so you need to use them over and over and over. So seize the moment on those ones if you fancy it. Remembering today it is spend 30, save a fiver, so do make the most of that one because this one qualifies for it. We have had so many of you treating yourself to the classics. Don't forget, if you've got any questions, send them in now. I'll head on over to Craig during the next demo and we'll have a little sort of Q&A with him, so do get them in if it's about this or any kind of colouring techniques. The Classique collection has been popular. It was popular before the show and it's still being sold as we speak. This is the Classique collection. There is a whopping 132 piece marker collection, and there is the storage there as well, so it's a massive amount of the mega bundle. You're getting all that you see on screen right now, and you're getting that stellar discount. I mean, I don't know about you, but I'm happy if I found like 100 pennies on the floor, but to be able to get it with over £100 saving is fabulous. Then I'm going to bring you this, which is absolutely whopping. It is included in the medal bundle, but quite a few of you are buying it by itself. We're giving you a 20% discount on this today, and boy, this is storage. Have you ever had those moments whereby you've maybe gone away and you have taken just sort of a small little box full of pens with you, yeah? And then actually you get down, you sit maybe on your sun lounger or maybe outside your caravan and you think, oh, darn it, I wish I'd brought X, Y, and Z packs as well. Or maybe you are like me. I keep all of my crafting equipment upstairs. Well, 90% of it I keep upstairs. But if I'm doing something like colouring, I will inevitably sit myself down on the sofa watching the telly downstairs. If I, think about the projects I want, it is inevitable that I will have left half of my colours upstairs, and it will take me 2 or 3 trips. Don't get me wrong, my phone loves it for me to get my steps in, but I don't when I'm halfway through watching something I'm enjoying. If you've been in those situations before, this is not going to be a problem again, because you have got mega ultimate maximization of space in here. This is your opportunity to keep everything in its perfect place, to keep it nice, neat and tidy. You can see here you've got those sections in there that just aren't full. Look at how many you can get in here. It's absolutely mega. You are getting so much in here as well. You're even getting hidden secret pockets. You've got a hidden indoor pocket here, really nicely padded. That means that say for example, you know, not that you tried to do this on purpose, but say for example you knocked this over, it sort of fell down a couple of stairs or whatever it might be. This is so heavily padded at the front, you can really feel it, and because they're so wonderfully set out, everything is exactly where it should be. Even your smaller pens, the likes of your metallics, will go in there perfectly. Not just that though, you're getting all of the pockets at the front, you're getting pockets at the side here, you have got another pocket here. Again, these are all zipped, they're not Velcro. Lots of the bags that I bought in the past are Velcroed. That's not necessarily what I want for security, but look at the amount of pockets you've got in here. So many different types. What would you store in there? Ink pads? Yeah, of course you could. Ink pads maybe. Or the pencils if you wanted. This is another great one too, because you've got your carry handle here at the top. So if you are taking it just down, say, a flight of stairs or whatever, then that's great. But if you're anything like me and you know, when the craft fairs and the likes go on, if you're anything like me, you will try to do as fewer trips from the car to your stand as possible, right? Yeah. So carrying one of these in your hand, maybe not for you, doesn't matter. You've got this over the shoulder handler. So you can, if you want to, just pop it over your shoulder. But if you're anything like me, I'm someone who I will try and do as few trips from the car to my stand as possible. So what I would do with this is extend this section here so that it goes completely over the body. And you could literally have one here, and then you've still got your hands free. This has really been thought out. This is totally designed by crafters and organisers for crafters and organisers, if you know what I mean. This is the type of thing that, for me, I'll be honest, would be my complete storage. I would just keep this in home as it is, take it out whenever I needed it, and know that I wouldn't be likely to lose my pens, or, you know, because I have done that before. You take some downstairs, one goes down the back of the sofa, you can't find it for a week. You're not going to have the problem with this. It's only $39.99 or $47.96. Get it home, try it out, and just see how much you can pack on into this, because as you can see, it's a fab size. We have got a 72 marker wallet for you now. Now this is much smaller, more dainty, but it is also 20% off. So let me show that to you now to grab it across. This one is just a cute little handheld, which, can I just say, does really show. That's 72. Look at how many you're getting in that. But this one is a lovely little handheld one that we have here for you. It carries 72 of your markers. Again, it has got the little handle and a slightly shorter handle that you can attach to the other side and clip it on. We have got all of the different layers inside as well, and you've got your storage pack at the back there. And as you can see, this is how you will lay them out on the inside. This one here is £23.99 or £31.96 in dollars. Then I've got a 24 marker wallet. This one is really dainty. Do you know what? If you are somebody who maybe you travel quite a lot, as in you get driven around in cars quite a bit, you know, maybe for example, I don't know, you and your partner have a little holiday home somewhere and they're often driving. This is the type of thing. Or do you know what? I know maybe this wouldn't be one that you would necessarily give to the kids, but something like this in the little, you know, the little pocket you've got at the back of your driver's chairs. Something like that in the back of the driver's chairs. If you get bored or the kids start going, Mom, are we nearly there yet? Oh, get out your colours. Here you go. You've got it all there. So you've got that one too. It holds 24. Then I have got for you your storage trays. This here is 2 for the price of 1. And you're going to get the long layers. You can stack them on top of each other. You can have them along a long table. You can have these which way you like. And it's buy one and get one for free. So half price, if you will. So if you have got plenty of markers, this is a great way to get your hands on it and to keep those nicely organized in your craft room or your home. I want you to be able to grab these accessories, what you need, what you want, and check out your baskets so that you know they're yours. And then you can sit back, relax, and watch more of the demonstrations. So whilst you're checking out those baskets and getting those questions in, whatever they may be, you might have been thinking it for a while and you thought, I've never actually found the answer to that. Get them in, and whilst you're doing that, have a little look at this.
Hi, I'm Sarah from Crafters TV, and I'm here to show you how you can get the best deals and shop while you watch during our shows. The best way to watch us is always on Crafters TV. So head over to our homepage and go to Crafters TV Home, where you can see all of our shows, plus exclusive offers, and even shop while you watch. Now, if you want to get involved and comment along, you can head on over to our community pages. Come say hello, ask us some questions and chat along live with us. Or you can watch us on YouTube. Simply head to our Crafters Companion YouTube channel. Got a smart TV? You can even airplay our shows direct onto your big screen or stream us live through YouTube. We're constantly adding new and exciting shows to our schedule, so don't forget to check in. It's never been easier to have us in your living room. It's always fun here at Crafters TV, so come join us as we create every day. Welcome to Club Inspire, the Crafters Companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Welcome back to Crafters TV. Well done everyone who's checked out the baskets. We've got some demos on the way so you can sit back and chillax. We have got some more demos, as I've mentioned, and we're going to be demoing next up with some of the treats that I've got in this set. So let me show you what is in here. First off, who has got unicorns somewhere in their house? Probably quite a few of us, right? And if it's not your house, it's your next door neighbour's house. What about your next door neighbour?
Probably there's little girls in the house, so probably.
There you go. I reckon it's 50-50 because unicorns have been everywhere, haven't they? Whether it's things like your Swarovski charms, your Pandora charms, whether it's things like your well-known posters and pop arts, they've been absolutely everywhere. Soft furnishings, it is a real trend right now. So this is a great one for you to have. You've got plenty on here, including but not limited to Believe in Magic. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Oh, you did a totally different song to me then, Georgina. Did you go take that?
She did.
Yeah.
She went there.
Oh, I went different. Anyway, we have got for you next up your Make-A-Wish. And this one's really cool. I really like this one. I think it's quite quirky. I think it will be great to use with the fairy that I'll show you next. You've got two little toadstools and then you've got your dandelions as well for your Make-A-Wish. Lovely with that fairy idea. And I have got the fairy next. So what you could do maybe is sort of one on the outside of the card, one on the inside of the card, or do it sort of a pop-up design could be nice. The fairy one I'm bringing to you is a little fairy dust. You've got some really cute little sayings on this. Let the little fairy in you fly. I think that is so beautiful. That's really adorable, isn't it? You've also got don't be afraid to sparkle a little brighter. I mean, come on, that is a sentiment and a half, isn't it? Really lovely one there. Let's get beautiful friend on the go now. This is your wonderful mermaid. Mermaids again, absolutely everywhere. We have got the mermaid with your little what's his name? Nemo fish. It's a clownfish, isn't it, that you've got there?
Flounder.
And you've also flounder?
Yeah, well, it depends if you think either Finding Nemo or The Little Mermaid?
Yeah, yeah. No, it's either or, isn't it? Different colours. You've also got your mollusk here. You've also got the mollusk here with the pearl in it as well. Then I'm bringing to you, this one's just so cute because I think his face is just like a little bit mischievous. You are amazing. In here you've got lots, including Thinking of You. I really like his little face. I just think it looks a little bit mischievous, a little bit like sort of Puck. Do you know what I mean? Help, you could do this sort of Midsummer Night's Dream theme, couldn't you? Definitely, little mischievous pixies and fairies. Once Upon a Time I've got for you here too. This is with your fairy door, and we're bringing to you Once Upon a Time. So don't forget, this isn't just for cards. I could so imagine this being used in a memory book, etc. You're getting all of them £31.96 or £39.80. So well done. If you want to grab those, now's your chance to do so. That is all of those ones in the collection. Do you fancy demoing? Oh, go on then. Let's head on over. So which one of these are we working with, Craigle?
Right, so what we're going to do with this one is we're going to stick around with still obviously the classics. This time we're going to show you how you can decorate an image without doing blending, just keep them one tone at a time. We're going to go in Believe in Magic, so this is the one with the unicorn. There's a reason why I've chose to do this one. From our set, Becky, this is the one that's not been used yet.
Ah, okay.
So I'm going to show you, sometimes some of you at home have a little bit of difficulty in maybe sometimes bubbling of ink, just sitting not quite smoothly on your stamped image, and you're like, are you doing something wrong? And what it is these ones here are photopolymer. Incredible, best of the best quality you can get. Now what will happen sometimes is, although you may not feel it, you do get residual material just sitting onto the stamp. So you can either do this, what I'm away to show you. So you can either take your low tack tape and just run it across the back of the image, and what that'll do is that'll lift any residual tape. Now I can bet your bottom dollar that I can see some of the residual, which you can't from up above, but what you'll find when you do that and look closely, you actually see some of the residual outline of the material.
I see.
So you could do that, or what I always do when I need to do this is I will use my translucent clear ink pad. So what that does is that gives you your ink, or that gives your stamp a coating for your ink, whichever one you're going to use. I'm going to use Flagstone alcohol, something to grab onto. So I'm going to go straight on here. Now I'm going to bring in some of my Nina cardstock. Now I've already got one stamped and cut to size ready to colour, but I'm going to show you what it's like to stamp by basically priming it, as we would say.
Okay.
So lining it on as you would normally do. Let's pop this one on into place, lift it up. Now before I come along with my Flagstone, I'm going to come along with my translucent clear. Now you only need to do this once. You don't need to do it every time, just the very first time you go to stamp it. And I'm going to coat my stamp with the translucent clear. So I'm giving that a nice good coverage. Now that is now giving our impression a base for our ink to sit on. So you'll get a nice, smooth, seamless image. If you don't do this, and many you'll know what I mean at home, when you get that bubble effect, you're not doing anything wrong. There's nothing wrong with the stamp, there's nothing wrong with the ink, it's just about that residual material that's just sitting on top. It's kind of invisible to the eye. So we'll come along, what we do is we would do exactly what we would normally do. We're going to go on, we're going to press, so I'm going to work that around. I'm going to go in. Once I'm happy that I've got enough pressure, I'm going to lift. Now, I'm going to stay still. That's the first time that stamp's been used.
Great.
Fresh off the pack. No bubbling,
No.
There's no little gaps, there's nothing, no blemishes whatsoever. And anyone that's had that issue at home, you'll know exactly what I mean by, it's kind of like dots and dashes of the bubble. So that is what you can do to do your priming of the stamp. As I say, you only need to do that once. I would give this a wipe with either a baby wipe, or of course, like we are as well, we're trying to be more environmentally friendly with our wet cloth or a microfiber cloth to take that residual off. So there's my stamp. I'm going to bring in the one I've already cut to size, and I've cut it to size which is 4 by 5 inches. And all that I'm doing now, around the mane and the tail, I've taken a selection of our classiques. So I've taken nectarine, purple violet, poppy, pale mint, chartreuse, and lavender, and I'm going to individually colour lots of these elements from the mane and the tail, Becky.
Right.
So here we go, popping it on, and I'm going to start colour. I'm going to just pinpoint certain ones. I'm not doing blending or shading. I'm just going to go direct and colour all these individual bits.
Okay, lovely.
So here we go, just working it in and colouring.
And you don't have to put loads of pressure on them, do you?
No, not at all. No, and that's a good thing with our 8x8 stamping platform, is if maybe you do have a little bit of dexterity problems, maybe you can't press down with your fingers, maybe you need to use the flats of your hands or that, then you can do that. You don't need to worry about the stamp jumping out or moving. It's all held in place. So if it's not something that you've tried before, it's worth considering. You know, it is one that you really are worthwhile considering whether it's going to be beneficial to you.
Yeah. I'll be honest, again, I have the 6x6 platform that obviously doesn't have the magnetic elements to it and the sort of feet in place. And sometimes even, you know, just wanting to get a full nice finish, sometimes it is tricky, even if you think you've got every single part, you know, if you're not quick enough. So this is definitely something I'm going to be invested in soon. And I say investing like it's really expensive. It's 10% off today.
Exactly.
And you get some extra bonus points as well.
And the actual platform, 8x8 platform, if you want to use that without the base, you can do.
Of course.
You know, you don't have to use the base. If you want to use the base, as in Debbie Fisher does, and likes to spray her adhesive sprays on here, then you can do, Miss Fisher. But there's a few different options that you can be using it if you so wish.
Perfect. So this lovely orangey colour you've got there.
I've thought for this one, what I'm going to go, instead of being subtle all the way through, let's add a real bold, bright streak within the two bits. So that's where this bright orange is going to come in. And what I'll do is, once I've coloured these bits, one of the other questions we get asked a lot is, how do you make a white image have character? A unicorn or a polar bear or a snowman. I'll show you that just in a moment as well.
Great stuff, great stuff. Yeah, because that is a really, really difficult one. My dad, who is an artist, he did a portrait, like a dog portrait for one of his friends, and it is like a little white sort of Scotty dog, and he said it is the hardest painting he has ever done, even though it was only tiny, and my dad's done huge ones that have been in galleries. It was the hardest one to do because pure white animals are tricky, so I'm excited to see your hints and tips on this. That'll be brilliant.
It's just giving you my take, and you know, I'm not the best of the best out there when it comes to making white images nice and round, but you know, as I say, it's giving you my take. Go across onto our full social media platforms, specifically the Spectrum Noir. And then you'll certainly get lots of other ideas, hints and tips from them as well.
That's fabulous.
All I'm doing, there's no specific areas I'm colouring, whichever way, I'm just pinpointing. I thought I'm going to go in here, taking a nice array of colours. Getting a little visitor coming in.
Whilst you're taking them over, I'm going to get in right here next to you, because we have had so many questions in for you. Blimey, you're tall, aren't you?
Oh, thanks.
I mean, we have stood next to each other before, but it's not until they've seen us on screen.
I'll just move Leanne's step.
They're much better, thank you. We've had loads of questions in. Christine has got a question. She says, I have the 148 Classique pens. but I've no idea what the hints of are. Can you explain those, please?
Fantastic question, and we will absolutely explain that, and I'll explain that right now. Now, if you've got the full collection, then forgive me, I would then assume, although I would never say to assume, but I would assume, obviously, you know the classic works. You've got your three, for instance, your three tones. So, tell you what we can do is, I've got the reds here. So
okay.
we've got the light, we've got the medium, and now we've got the dark.
Yeah.
Now, when it comes to the reds, we've got DR1, 2, and 3. We've also in the collection got DR4, DR5, DR6, so it gets darker and darker and darker.
Okay.
Classique pens, what these enable you to do is these enable you to go lighter and lighter and lighter.
Got you.
So instead of getting darker, the hints of are making your colours within your classiques. So to start with, the red, that is the lightest red that you can go.
Okay.
Now we've got our hints of, you
got
can actually go 1 or 2 steps lighter.
So it's almost like going DR0, DR -1,
And
DR -2.
is why, now I know, so let's bring out what, now this isn't the one that matches the red, but it answers
you
what
the
you've
idea.
just said. Our Classique pens, as you said, DR1, so it's 3. Now there is a few of them that have got four letters, for instance, the, let's go for the flame red, for instance. So you can see this says CR11.
Yes.
But when we go to the red, which is DR1, when it comes to the iris, so this one is your lavender, so it's lavender 0.5.
Got you.
So that will then start, so 0.5, then you'll go into lavender, so LV1, LV2.
Get it.
So your hints of are the beginning.
Loved that.
So that's what the hints of. If you want to use the Classique hints of as a standalone, you absolutely can do, but you will then just see that what you've got is very pastel tones when it comes from the set. But yeah,
perfect.
That is the idea of the hints of. Instead of going darker in the opposite scale, the hint of are bringing you lighter, so it opens up that versatility.
That's a great
scale.
explanation. Thank you so much for that. Loads of you are messaging in. Anne is saying, we took swimming lessons at a PAL pool. It was more of a pond. It was always early morning and the water was freezing. Oh, bless you.
Imagine.
I've got another question for you. Linda's just asking, do you use these with watercolour cardstock ever?
So Classique pens, you will use their alcohol pens. So use your Nina cardstock or use your white smooth stamping card.
Perfect.
Nina is absolutely perfect. That is the one that ideally you're going to use. If, however, you run out and you have not managed to stock up beforehand and all that you've got left is your white smooth stamping card, that will still be sufficient. So you will be able to use that and get incredible effects. Watercolour, use that for your watercolouring, your aqua pens. If you were to use your Classique pens, alcohol pens on your watercolour card, don't get me wrong, you will still get that kind of area of blending and shading, but you need to keep in mind that the watercolour card has been made and manufactured to work with water-based when it comes to the fibres.
And I suppose the texture of it's going to look a bit different too, isn't it?
Exactly. It's more of like a hammered card. It's like a texturous hammered card when it comes to your watercolour card for sure.
Perfect. Another one that we've had in... Oh, sorry, Karen said, hello everyone. I've just got home and found a CC box waiting for me.
Ooh.
It's from the warehouse sale. Woohoo!
Amazing.
I'm just being nosy now, Karen, but do message in and let me know exactly what you got, please. Yolanda is saying, your colouring is beautiful, Craig. It really brings out the images to life.
Oh, thank you. I really, really appreciate it. And that means so much because I never shy away from this. Obviously, colouring has not always been my main kind of expertise, as I say.
Yeah.
But I love coming on Colour Me Happy and kind of giving my take.
Yeah, that's lovely.
Sometimes there's nothing wrong with the sheer incredible techniques and demos that all of us on the team
Yeah, completely.
Explain, but sometimes it's nice as well, simpler form. Sometimes it's nice just to explain it in a different way.
And I think it's nice when you see different people doing it because people do these things in different ways.
They do.
So it's great to be able to see that. Mary is in saying, my CC order came from June the 27th, was delivered during the break, and I couldn't be happier. It was so speedy that I'll be able to make my granddaughter's second birthday card, which is a Paw Patrol theme.
Amazing.
Oh, I love that, Paw Patrol.
How cool is that? Paw Patrol, Paw Patrol.
When you were younger, obviously Paw Patrol wasn't around because it's really, really recent, and I know that you are older than 6. What did you used to watch when you were younger? What was your go-to sort of cartoon?
Oh, we were always things like, Sooty.
Sooty and Sweet.
Yeah.
Lovely.
The raccoons.
Oh my gosh, I remember them. They were quite scary, some of those ones.
Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers.
Oh, yeah.
Chip and Dale's Rescue Rangers.
Oh, I loved that.
Yeah, that was.
Do you remember Rosie and Jim?
Rosie and Jim.
Yeah, Rosie and Jim.
Yeah.
Brum.
Oh, the little car.
Yeah.
He always got into that garage just in time,
didn't he? Always. Brum, if you've not seen this, Brum is a little toy car that's kind of an old 50s thing, and it's called Brum because it was filmed in Birmingham, but also a car goes Brum.
Was it?
Yeah. Yeah, it was filmed in Birmingham.
I thought it was Brum because of Brum Brum was in the car.
Yeah, no, it was filmed in Birmingham, and you can actually see there is the actual Brum just sat in Birmingham, so you can just go and visit it should you wish. There was another question, by the way, that came through. Alicia said, "I've noticed that Craig's doing circular motions when he was doing the blending." She says, "I have tried blends and I'm still learning." So, is that the best way to use things like these if you're blending colours?
I would say so, yeah. And, if you watch any of the girls on the team, many of them will do exactly the same when it comes to the classics. It gives you that nice, smooth roundness. So what I'll do is let's, again, just very quickly, so that you get the idea. Look, I'm having a right blast with all my different colours. So I'm going to go for the reds again. So DR1. So if I go in circular motions, what you'll see is you get a nice, seamless, no streaking, no lines. When you used to be, or when you were younger again, you used to pay £1 for a pack of 20 felt tip pens that just ripped and annihilated your cardstock to bits.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
So you can see we've got that full edge to edge of the DR1, the red.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to do the same again with DR2, so slightly darker, slightly deeper. And what I can do is circular motions again, get another nice seamless blend there. Just to say as well though, if you were to go back and forwards, it will still work. I just personally feel nice, small, rounded motions. It's like you're circling, you're drawing the colour into each other by going into circular motions.
Yeah.
So by just going in circular motions, blending two together.
Yeah.
It works an absolute treat. So again, going back to the DR1, maybe you should have gone a little bit darker than the DR2, but it lets you see even that'll still obviously evaporate that little bit more, but then even going from the light into the next tone up, once that evaporates, you get that seamless blend. What I'm going to do is I'm going to blend it out a little bit more. But even then, that's layer upon layer upon layer, and you've still got a nice, smooth coverage.
Yeah.
So when it comes to the classics, I would say, if you go nice and round, then you're going to get that real nice coverage.
Oh, that's perfect. That's great. And someone mentioned before, I can't find it now, and I haven't looked very hard, but someone said when you talk about evaporation, they've asked how long does it take with these, but for anyone who's new, when we say
seconds, so evaporate. So our alcohol pens have got alcohol in them. So to get a nice seamless blend, what you want afterwards, once we've gone colour, layer upon layer, so you can see already, see how that's blending into each other here? That is the alcohol evaporating out. So what that's just giving you is that smooth colour coverage from edge to edge. That'll still take another few seconds more, I don't know, 10 seconds more or so, just helps. Alcohol evaporates out, that colour just blends out, and that's where you get that edge to edge. So that's what we mean by evaporating.
And as you say, it doesn't take long at all.
No, it doesn't, not at all. Not at all whatsoever.
Mary Beth has just come in. She says, does the bag hold 218 and colour and hint of colour markers? Apparently, we're looking at it, and actually, the bag holds 216 markers plus 35 hint of in the Classique range, is what the lovely Social has said back. So I hope that helps you. Indeedy do. Alicia is saying, bravo, Craig. These are beautiful.
Thank you. I'm
nice,
so glad that you are you're enjoying that. Thank you.
Sorry,
That's okay.
I'm not laughing at you.
That's okay. You can laugh at me if you want.
No. Alicia's messaging with a joke.
Oh, a joke. Brilliant. Go for it.
How do seahorses run?
Oh, I don't know. How do seahorses run?
They scallop.
Oh, good one. That's a good one. I like that one. Like that one.
Yeah, I really like that. I think that's brilliant.
I really like
they scallop.
that. I do.
That's so cute.
Yeah, if you enjoy these jokes, keeps you happy, keep them going.
Yeah, absolutely. Patty says, I've added the seahorse to my cart. Craig did such a beautiful job.
Thank you. I really, really appreciate that. Always make sure as well, once you get them home, when you get colour in, whether it's Facebook or Instagram, please make sure you tag us. It'd be so good to see what you make, and then I also enjoy sharing your makes if you tag me onto my Insta stories. So do always make sure you do that.
Fab.
It's always nice to see. It's nice to see what we do when we come on here, how it inspires you and what you make with it. But what I'm doing now is I've gone in with the mane here. Now, because it's obviously the unicorn, we're going really bright, really bold, and this is a prime example. All these colours, no blemishes, no bleed lines, it's all completely smooth, and that's just me going direct with one colour tone. If you want to blend them out with the additional shades, you can. For a unicorn here, I'm going to go in with the Pale Mint BT1, and what I'm going to go and do is I'm going to go around just some of these areas. So the way I explained it in, I think it was Wake Up Call, put something that would resemble the sun or the moon. I've got a little glitter pot. So if I put that there, that for me is going to be the sunshine. That is where I'm going to imagine the rays of sunshine coming down. So where you're going to have some of that darkness shadow, where it's going to be brighter. So of course, under the mane here and down the side, or under the head, down the side of the mane here, because all this is covering the face and the body, this is then going to be darker. This is why I'm going to use some ink. So that's how it's a good way to determine what's going to be darker. Same with this one here. Usually I would do this with Ice Grey 1, but because we're going for a mystical creature here, we're going in with obviously the bright colours. I'm going to go in with this light blue. So we're going to go underneath here. It'll be a bit darker here. It's going to be darker underneath, and this will still get a little bit lighter.
Yeah.
So we're going to go in there. I'm going to come down here, and for here, down here, what I've used is the JG1 Pistachio, and I've just created a little bit of a white spot in the middle.
That's nice.
Just to give you that little bit of a shadow. And then let's have a look. So it'll be a bit of shade underneath there. What I'm going to do is I've missed a little bit of the mane there, so let's colour in that one. And then what we can do is we can then incorporate this onto a card. And this one is showing you how you can use your Classique pens only using the colours without doing blending and shading.
Perfect.
So there's that. We'll look at. I missed the head. We'll do that later on because I know we've got other demos too. But what I want to do, last but not least, LV1, and where was that one I just used? Pale Mint. What I'm going to do with my ballpoint, I'm going to take that cardstock away. Take your time. I'm just going to do little dots. I would do it all over the background. I'm going to go in here, and that will also get a little bit lighter when the alcohol evaporates. Go all the way around the back, and then this
fab.
is what we're going to go for.
Magical.
Here. All cut to size. And what you'll see within all of Colour Me Happy so far and the remainder of the show, my mats and layers are very simple, Becky. I'm not doing anything overly powering because once again, I want the recipient to notice the stamped coloured image. Don't want their eye to be taken away whatsoever.
No.
So layering up, and what I've also got is a little banner that I've already cut to size. We'll stamp the sentiment, because all of the stamps that I've been using, and also the ones that I haven't had a chance to use in Colour Me Happy, all come with some sentiments. Now this background, or the black, I've gone in with my tape, but I'm going to go onto our shedless glitter card.
Great.
Now, dry adhesive, so your tape runner, your tapes, your foam pads, they will work for so long. Bless you, Georgina.
That was a really good.
That was wasn't it?
Angel of Pacino. It was adorable. Not like mine. I feel like the roof's going to cave in.
Oh, I bet it doesn't. No, you didn't interrupt. It's all right. I was taken by surprise there with that.
An adorable sneeze.
So so you're taping that, your dry adhesive, they're going to work, but after so long, what will happen is the potential that your card base will fall away, come apart. Onto anything textured like the glitter. So what I've done is I've still used my tape runner, but I went round the back with my tacky glue. So what that does is the adhesive will give it that instant grab, and then the tacky glue, it dries into the fibre of the cardstock, it dries into all the grains of the glitter card, and you know that that's going to be really robust.
That's great.
For a long, long time. But what we can do is I'm going to add just a couple, and then what I'll also do, Becky, is I've got a little strip here, and I'll stamp my sentiment to finish off.
Oh, beautiful. More of you getting involved as well. Hello to you all. Lots of people now talking about what they used to watch as a kid. Hannah says, when we were living in Stratford-upon-Avon, we used to always look out for the Rosie and Jim boat. Susie T says, Strawberry Shortcake and Her Friends.
Oh, I remember that.
I don't.
Do you not remember that?
No. Is it based on something delicious, like an actual cake? A little bit like Care Bears? I'm going to have to find out more about that.
I never watched it, but I do remember hearing about it.
Michelle's saying He-Man.
He-Man!
Of course! I loved He-Man.
He-Man.
Ghostbusters as well was a big one I was into. Big into that.
Do you remember, now this is really going back.
Go on.
This is the days of Hulk Hogan and the Ultimate Warrior. Remember when they had their own cartoon?
No.
Do you not remember that?
No.
Yeah. Remember that.
Is that where your love of wrestling came from?
No, I think I'd started
You'd liked it before that. Right,
liked it before, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yep. I think obviously it helped.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Liked it before. Right, what am I doing? I've lost my train of thought there.
Choo-choo.
Trying to think what other shows and that as well.
Rhonda says, I grew up on the Mickey Mouse Club.
Oh, that was with Britney, wasn't it? And Justin Timberlake. Ryan Gosling as well.
Really?
Yeah.
What? They were actual
presenters, kid presenters, yeah, that's where they started.
Oh, I did not know that.
I want to say, following Britney's footsteps was her sister, Jamie Lynn Spears. I think she'd done it for a while.
Wow, that's really cool.
Sure it was.
Do you remember Goosebumps, says George?
Yeah.
Yes, I do. I'm going to be honest with you, I once slightly copied a story of Goosebumps and put it in as a book, or like a thing that you would write for a school project, and the teacher said that I got really bad marks on it because my story was completely unbelievable. And I was thinking to myself, the writer of that has made millions, but I daren't tell her.
Should I?
I daren't tell her. I'm not telling her, I've copied it from Goosebumps.
Well, that's true, yeah. Yeah, no, you do that, yeah, you don't want to do that.
No, there's no need to get myself in trouble. Look at
there
that.
There we go.
Oh.
Adding a little bit of decoration, what I've done is I used one of my art liners. So this one here was 0.8. if you've got smaller ones, 0.5, that doesn't matter. I have literally done a double squiggle all the way around and created a little zigzag. That's also just framing it as well. And then I am very much, and I have been for some time now, into my banner sentiments here. So making it elongated, but having that sentiment. Being fabulous is my superpower. What's yours?
I love
there
that.
We go. So that's using our classics, but in a different way, a simplistic way, but a really, really effective way.
That is just fabulous. It's an absolute knockout. Thank you so much.
That good, it fell over.
If you would like to get your hands on that, then do remember you can get those stamps, absolutely. We have got the classics on your screen right now. It's a 132-piece marker selection, and it does come with the storage as well. You're looking at a great deal on that one, £200 or $285. As well as that, I've got your glitter marker stamp. Now, these ones, a glitter marker stamp collection, sorry, you're getting 6 pieces with this one, 6 in each pack, and you're getting 23 elements of them in total. It's really, really intriguing. It's really high quality, and it does give you that glittery finish, don't forget. So if you do want those, I mean, come on, glitter markers in the mane of the unicorn. Oh, it's going to be perfect. So you can grab those ones. That's your stamp collection. And these are the ones that you're going to be getting. Let me show you all of them. You have got all of these for, you know, using your sparkle pens. The sparkle pens that I'm talking about, sorry, we did in the show previous to this, the launch show. So if you do want those sparkles that I was just talking about, they'd be great in this. Then I've got for you your Make-A-Wish, a little fairy dust, beautiful friends, you are amazing. And I've got your Once Upon a Time, which is your fairy door, and the fairy, of course. So all of those today you'll get in. I think you'll have a lot of fun with those, especially if you do love that kind of fantastical feel. We have got the cards as well for you. Now, the cards that I'm bringing to you, of course, are going to be great for this, because the fact of the matter is, you know, when you are using stamps, you want really good high-end cards. This is what I'm bringing to you here, because this is your Nina cardstock. So it is ultra smooth, giving you a really nice finesse and finish. Not too dissimilar to, as we were talking earlier about, you know, if you colour onto watercolour card, this is your Nina cardstock. It's going to look super duper smooth each time. You are going to be getting 48 sheets of this in total. So it's going to go really nice and far for you. Again, A4 on these ones, £7.98 or $11.98 for you. Then we've got the universal storage bag. We are so busy for this, okay? Just want to make a few things really clear to you. First off, with the universal storage bag, the elements that are in it, you don't get in it. It's just as a representation of how much you can store in here. But just to show you, this is the amount you can store in here. It's the bag that you're getting, and these are our trays that we do have on at the moment. It's a 2-for-1 on those ones at the moment. So just to give you an idea, you're going to be able to get plenty in here, of course. So that's how they would sit. If you get a couple of them, you'll still have space in there for even more. So it's a buy one, get one free on those if you want them. We have got loads of you going, woo, for this one. So do seize the moment if you want to. If you would like the trays, which are the buy one, get one free, then you can seize the moment on those ones. You're going to get 6 different trays in this, which you can stack on top of each other or have laying next to them. And they do clip in. It's not like a balancing act. And what I like about these ones too is they're the ones that you can put on a slight angle if you want. So that means that you can really see them. If you don't want them to be in the bag, you can do that. If you do, just stack them up on top of each other. Both of those, because you do get, again, the 2 packs today. It's just $19.99. Not just got that though, we've had the Classique collection on for you too. And these two have been very popular. If you would like 8 packs of 6, then I'm bringing them to you today. So you don't have to kind of pick which colours you want. You can get all of these ones in together. So if you're going to be grabbing all of those, you're only going to be paying $55.94 or $83. You get in the basic colours, you get the basic, the hues, the pinks. You're also going to be getting the tones, the portrait, the earth, the essentials, and neutral collection you're going to be getting in there. So those are the colours you're getting. It really does cover you on a lot there. If you want 48 now, and it's going to be in the Classique 12 packs for this one, we are going to be bringing to you design, industrial, cityscape and textiles in those ones. So again, pick which ones you're looking at. If you do want them all in the big bundle, don't forget that big bundle you can get plus the 100 bonus points as well. Then I've got the hint of, so these are the lighter, more muted colours. We're bringing to you the Fairy Brights in this one. I've also got the exquisite pastels, the delicate florals, vintage naturals, elegant hues and chic neutrals. All of those ones in that pack, £41.95 or $60.79. Stamps that we thought would go great with this. We had a little nosy at them earlier on in the Wake Up Call. These are your Lee Hollands and they have got the scenes, but they've also got the characters within there. We are going to be having a demo with these in just a mere moment or two. And you're getting plenty on here. You're getting your village church, tree house, your flower boutique, your woodland trail you're also getting in this one, and you're getting your special day as well, so you're saving a really big deal on that one. I've got one more stamp set to tell you about before we go into more detail on that, and this one has got a 30% saving on it. It's your Let Love Grow, Poppy Love, You're So Sweet, A Little Surprise, and Have a Wonderful Day collection. So if those are what you want, do seize the moment on those ones. Loads of you are getting social, which is so beautiful. Hello to Pamela. Says that strawberry shortcake were scented dolls. They sound amazing. So they're little scented dolls, a little bit like we used to have like big bouncy balls that had faces on them. They smell like grapes. Do you ever have them? Which sounds quite weird, really, I suppose, when you're playing outside with a ball and then you're picking it up and sniffing it. How odd. Anyway, oh, I love that. They sound wonderful. Jenny is in saying, I love the doodling with the black pen, really sets off the project. I absolutely agree. Aisha is asking, how many trays fit in there, Becky? I will count them for you, Aisha, and when we dive into the next demo, if that's all right, and then I'll just let you know in a moment. And Dieta is saying the original Mickey Mouse Club was in the 60s. That's fabulous. So it's obviously been going a while then, if they've had the likes of Gosling and Spears on it. Good. Thank you for those messages. Do keep them coming in. Okay, we are diving on into some Lee Holland, aren't we?
We are indeed. We're going to go all cute and fun and character building with these ones here. So what we're going to do, starting off with the base again of our Nina cardstock. So I'm going to go in here. So this one, this specific size, although I'd be cutting it down a little bit more, is 4 1/4 by 5 3/4. With the character stamps, they're a lot of fun because not only are you building your scenes, but you've actually got different scenes to start with. So for instance, this one here, which happens to be called the Treehouse, is a nice big sizable stamp. So let's take the backing off of this one and we're going to take it off, he says. We're going to go in here. Now my cardstock is smaller than I need. Now, although I'm going to trim it down smaller, I want you to see the full impression. So let's change that one over. So we've got it slightly bigger so that at least you can see. So we're going to go in here. And this is another one of the stamps, Becky, that I highly recommend using our large stamping platform because you've got incredible detail within it. Lots of tiny accent areas that if you miss even the smallest of bit, trust me, you'll be kicking yourself if you're really pernickety and be like, oh, I can see that. So by using your large stamping platform, what you can then do is always go back time and time again. And then also to say, you might have other brands of stamping platforms out there. So maybe you're like, Craig, we love your products. I've already got another stamping platform. I can't go to the extent of buying another one of yours just now. These will work in all of your other ones at home. Size dependent, of course, but they will still work in your other stamping platforms for other companies. So perfect. You can use that. Be safe in the knowledge that you can use them.
Okay, just to let Aisha know, because I've just counted them and it will just fall out of my head, 18 trays I've just counted in here. So if you did do the buy one, get one free, that's 12. You might already have some at home, you might want to get some to top up, but 18 trays I've counted in that. I hope that helps.
Yeah, there's lots that you can hold in there.
Yeah.
Loads. And the good thing is as well, yes, obviously for your classiques, but they will hold your other pens too. So, do you know what? Might not even want to use it for pen storage. Nice little branded case if you want to use it for other things if you want.
That's a great idea.
Yeah,
you could actually maybe just put like one set, like maybe 12 trays in it, and then at the top you could actually have like your lunchbox.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
or
of course
you could,
you could.
if you do craft classes, you could put some of your trays at the bottom, and then with the space at the top, you could put, you know, your hot glue guns or whatever it might be. So you could do loads with it.
Lots and lots that you can do with that. So yeah, ideally for your pens, but please don't feel as though you have to. You can use it for whatever you like. Now what I'm doing with this one is I'm going to go in with my TB1 Pearl Blue, and I am going to be using my chisel nib, and what I'm wanting to do is I want to get that background of the sky, and I'm going to go in direct with just this one colour, and I'm going to colour in. This is also going to show you how even with the chisel nib you're going to get a really nice smooth coverage. So I'm working my way around, can go in, and then what I'm doing is I'm not overly concerned about making it straight at the edge because we're going to trim it down. So I'm going to go in here, still going to go in with circular motions, although it's the chisel nib, but we can go in, and then I'm going to blend that in again. If you want to start to add, you know, maybe a darker of the sky around the edges, then you can do, but I'm only going to go in direct with this one. What I'm then going to do is I'm going to go down the centre of the swing. So I'm going to go in with my fine tip, and we're going to work our way down once again. And then what we're going to do in a moment or two, we're going to come in with some of our other colours, some greens and browns, and we'll do some colouring of both the tree house and also some of the foliage leaves before I showed you what I coloured last night. And let me tell you, I got in from, gosh, what shows did I do yesterday? Can't even remember now.
Wake Up Call.
So I done Wake Up Call yesterday. Oh, do you know what it was? I wasn't on Crafters TV, I was on Crate and Craft here in the UK.
Get you.
7:30 last night. So my plan was, by the time I got home last night, finish a little bit of prep that I'm doing here, got carried away with the colouring that you'll see in a moment. So
I love that.
Wasn't quite the early night that I initially
that you were planning. I went to the Trafford Centre and watched Cruella last night.
Oh, was that any good?
I will be honest with you, for me personally, storyline, all right. Okay. Costume and set, oh, amazing, yeah. I just wanted to walk out and, you know, rifle through a bin and start sewing a dress. It was fab, yeah. Oh. It was really good. I liked it for that.
It's one of those, it intrigues me. Don't know whether it intrigues me enough to go to the cinema, although, saying that, I am desperate to get back to the cinema.
Yeah.
I've not been since, well, before the start of COVID. So I'm really looking forward to just getting to the cinema.
Yeah, because it's real zone out time, isn't it?
It is. It really, really is. If there's anything, as you said, Becky, that completely makes me zone out, it's the cinema.
Yeah. Phones off, complete focus. All you have to worry about is whether or not you're going to miss the popcorn going towards your mouth. That's it.
Yeah. Or worrying about someone rustling their pack of sweets in the back. Or a young child kicking the back of your seat. Although I don't think that's going to be an issue just now.
No, not at the moment. I had two seats either side and 2 seats behind. Everyone was spaced out loads, so no, you won't have that issue at the minute.
Yeah, I know. I did always wonder, defending the cinemas, I always wondered why they had to close, because you could quite easily space the seats out.
Yeah, it's true.
You know, but hey ho, at least they're open again now.
Here's one thing that I've always thought is really unusual about the cinema. The cinema, possibly one of the locations that you have to be quietest in the world. Why then is the go-to snack one of the loudest snacks in the world?
Yeah.
Anything else you could eat. You go to a fairground, there's noise everywhere. Everyone's just there munching on the most silent food, candy floss.
Candy floss.
You know what I mean? Why isn't
candy.
it the other way around? It's ridiculous. So silly.
Oh, I'm all go for the cinemas to start supplying
silent
candy
food.
Floss. No, candy floss.
Oh yeah, candy floss. I like that. Yeah, we really
I used to have a little candy floss machine. Do you know that?
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh wow, I'm jealous. That sounds fabulous.
It was. Mum wasn't too chuffed, but you know.
Did it make you hyperactive?
I think it was just more the sugar strand. Everywhere. It's like cobwebs all around the kitchen.
We've had a message in from Zena saying, I was trying not to buy anything yet, but these are great images for colouring. I think watercolouring would be awesome. Stamp them with a light image and then paint and then use a fine pen to go over the image to highlight the detail. I love that idea. And you're totally right, these would be great they are great for colouring and painting. What I like with these, with the little characters, is I think it'd be really nice to do, maybe put them on like a barbecue skewer and make kind of like a little puppet show with them. It'd be quite cute.
So good. Or even your drinking straws.
Yeah, like on top
parties.
of your stirrers. Because quite a few of these, like the one you're colouring in now, if you imagine cutting out maybe around the side, you could actually have the little characters peeping through the tree and things, couldn't you?
You could, yeah. Yeah, you absolutely could. That's such a great idea.
I think there's lots of things you could do with these.
Yeah, you can do that. You really can let your imagination run wild.
Yeah.
Your creative mind run wild as to what you want to do with these.
Yeah. Cindy says, it is so fun that that 35 years ago there was not popcorn in your movies, but ice cream. I didn't know that. Apparently 35 years ago at the cinema or movies, you didn't get popcorn, it was ice cream.
Right.
I get ice cream and popcorn though.
You get both?
Yeah.
I know they say with the cinema, or not just cinema, but in general, popcorn is one of the biggest margin markup that you can get.
I did a school project about it once, and I don't know if this is the same now. I did it about the markup on food. Sandwiches, don't get me started, 500% minimum on your sandwiches in the supermarket, minimum.
Whoa.
The posh ones, though, you can be looking like 800%. But anyway, yeah, I did a project on this at school, and I went to the local cinema, and they said, and I can't remember exactly, but it was something like for a large popcorn, it cost them around about 7p's worth in popping corn. But obviously, here in the UK, the one I went to last night, it was £8.50 or something for a large.
Unreal, yeah.
From 7p. Could you imagine if we did markups like that?
Yeah.
We don't here at Crafters TV, don't you worry?
Nope. The other one as well is the cups of tea, takeaway tea. You imagine, how much you pay, like a couple of £2, and how much a bag of tea bags are.
That's so true, yeah.
Could go on and on with all of these, couldn't we? So what we've got is, so I've gone in with a couple of the greens. Now, instead of doing 3-tone blend, what I've just done is the 2, and I've used LG1 and DG3. So I've used 2 completely different shades of green. And we've gone into this one here. Now, of course, you would then continue all the way through. But let's go into our brown. So I've gone for GB6, GB7. So again, what I'm doing, Becky, is I'm not doing our 3-tone blend that we usually show and explain. I'm only going to do the 2. And I'm going to go in. And what I'm going to do with the GB6, we're going to go in with the lightest tone. That is the lightest one first, isn't it? Yep. And then we're going to lay that colour down before we go on with a little bit of the dark tone into here. Work our way in. So I'm going all the way over. I'm going to now come in with the GB7, and then I'm going to go along the bottom there, into the bottom with that darkness, and then I can come back again with that light one that we've just done. Blend that out, do another couple just now, and then I'll show you, I need to go to the light, GB6, I'll show you the one that I ended up doing last night. And I've got to tell you, if there was ever a time I was chuffed with my alcohol colouring, it's what I'm away to show you in a moment.
Oh, fab. Susie, you've asked what is candy floss. In America, it's known as cotton candy. We call it candy floss here in the UK. Evelyn's got a really important question as well. Sweet popcorn or butter popcorn? What's your favourite, Becky and Craig?
Sweet.
I don't know what butter popcorn is.
You don't know what butter popcorn is?
No, it's sweet and salted.
Well, sweet and salted, yeah.
Is that is butter popcorn salty popcorn?
No, there is. You do get buttered popcorn, don't you?
Oh, I've never.
But I think our cinemas is just either sweet or salty.
It's sweet or salted. So yeah, ours it's popcorn that is just either sugar on it or salt on it.
Yeah.
And I always have half and half. when I go to the cinema.
As I've got older, when I was younger, I couldn't have salt on my I didn't like popcorn with salt. Right. As I've got older, I can't stomach it.
Right.
I could eat it.
Yeah.
But I do prefer the sweet.
I like half and half because you never know what's going to happen. It's just a little party in your mouth every bite.
Well, that's true. That's true. Now, have a look at this tiny little section that I've done. Once you carry it, now I have trimmed this down to a smaller one.
Whoa!
That is what I was saying to myself, every kind of quarter of an inch that I was colouring.
Amazing!
Loving that. Each of these layers, apart from my green layers here, what I did do is the 3-tone blend. The tree trunk, all the leaves, the door and everything, that is only using 2 shades. That is it. So I've not done the 3-tone. So this one, what I've done is I've trimmed it down to 3 1/4 by 5 1/4. Our craft kits, Lord Adam, studio manager, had popped these in the recycling yesterday. He says it wasn't him. I do think it was him. Don't bin them. You know, could use these. These are great. And then I was in one of our inexpensive stores here in the UK, The Works, and I brought one of these really, really inexpensive frames here. It was only £2, but you know, it's just a little bit of thin wood frames that we've got here.
Yeah.
And I thought, let's make a real fun frame.
Oh, that's a nice idea.
Because what I have done, and you know, I have time-wise had to jump over the fact of, you do get your character stamps as well.
Oh.
So you've got your character stamps. So what I've done with these ones, Becky, is I've gone in with the badger, the little fox, and I've done the tree trunks.
So cute.
Exactly the same, stamp them and colour them, and then you've got the dies to die cut them out. So that's those ones. So let's come in with our frame. So I'm going to take that one out. I'm going to then go in. Now, I'm going to do the reverse of a frame. So this plastic front, I'm going to keep it on, but I'm going to build on top of the plastic.
Got you.
Not underneath, because I want to build the characters up.
I see.
So in actual fact, you know what? For a little bit of stability, I could keep, so let's turn it around so we've got white on the back. So I could keep them in. Let's just make sure that's straight. So if I come in now, and then these, I've got, he says, he needs to put that one in. It helps, doesn't it? Let's come back in.
Each to their own.
Each to their own. Slot that one in here. Let's just put that back in again, just to bulk it out slightly. So if I close them up, then we've got our background here, and this is where I'm going to build on top of the plastic. That's just what I want to do, because I'm going to layer my images on top of that. If you want to remove the plastic, then by all means, because it is plastic and these ones, not glass. So I'm going to pop that in here. And then what we can do is if I come in with these little images of these cute little characters, I'm going to come in with a few foam pads. So before I take the backing off, what I'm going to do is let's have a little bit of a play, see where we want to pop them. I'm only doing the 2 characters. You can, of course, you know, build and add more of the characters. Let's go. What I'm then going to do is let's take this one, let's chop it off, and we're going to have it so it's poking right out the side here.
Great.
We could, do you know what? Let's have our badger standing on top. Don't worry about covering aspects of it. So although we've got the swing here, don't worry about covering it, because you know you can create another card where you're seeing the swing. Have a play. It's all about building up. So I'm happy with that. So I'm going to lay all these out, and I'm going to secure them now, Becky, with my adhesive.
Oh, lovely. Oh, you can have so much fun with these, can't you?
You can. So much fun.
How great would it be as like a storybook? You make these and you write a little story maybe with someone in your family. It'd be lovely.
You can, that's the thing. Maybe you've got our small precious memory books, and as you say, you can do that. What about maybe things like little Velcro dots or that in the back, and start to add them onto some of your materials so your kids at home can have a play, you know, remove them, pop them onto specific areas. You can do that. But let's come in here. I'm going to come in. Let's add our adhesive there and then there. What I'm going to do is have it so it's coming off the corner of my frame there. And then we've got this balloon. Let's go, do you know what, let's do it so it's coming out. So we hand there. Let's pop this one in there. And then I do have a happy birthday sentiment. So although I'm doing a frame, I'm still going to include this one.
That's lovely.
Let's come in here and then let's go, so let's tuck it over the edge of the frame.
Aww.
And then there we go.
That's fabulous.
A little cute little frame.
Adorable.
Inexpensive frame. I know you guys stateside crossing Europe, you'll have your euro or dollar stores that you could have a look in. But really fun.
Aww.
Just build upon them if you so wish.
Thank you so much for showing us that. Isn't that absolutely gorgeous? And if you would like to recreate that yourself with your family, let me show you what you're going to be getting. This one is your flower boutique, a little flower shop. I have also got for you here your, woodland trail. Is it just me? Whenever I look at this is such a large area. I'm so imagining cutting that area out and putting photographs of your friends and family, you know, peeping through, maybe at like a treetop adventure, you know, like Go Ape or something, could be cute as a frame. As well as that, I'm bringing to you your village church here. Again, imagine the little characters. You could play little games where the characters, you know, going to church for a nice day. Then I've got for you the tree house, which is what Craig was just working with them. Let's get your characters in, and these are the dies as well. Birthday wishes. This is the one where you've got that most adorable little badger. You could, of course, colour them really, really strong black and white and maybe do like a little skunk as well, little sort of Pepe Le Pew if you wanted. Also, I'm bringing to you your family time. This one's a great one. You've got like the tent that reminds me very much of the, you know, the tent in The Holiday, the little girl's bedroom. You've got a pram here amongst other elements. I love the bunnies. I just think they're adorable. Then I'm bringing to you your spring has sprung. This one here, you've got things like your deck chairs. You've got little tea and teapot set, as well as this one, which is really handy. It's kind of a base background with lots of flowers and butterflies on. And last but by no means least, you've got on your special day. And this one, special days for weddings perhaps. You've got bells here, you've got bubbles as well, which of course you can use for 21st birthdays amongst other things. So all of these you're going to be getting, yep, every single one. That is 101 elements you're getting, $71.99 or $94.75. If you want to seize the moment on those, absolutely do. It's time already to get voting for our demo of the show. Remind us what we've made, Craig.
So our very first one that we made was with the Classique and hint of Classiques with the Seahorse that we can see here. Then the second one we done with the unicorn, where we just gone down straight with the colour. We didn't do any blending or shading. And then the one we've just done there, where we've started to create our own little scene with the Lee Holland into the little photo frame there, that is number 3. So we had number 1, number 2 and number 3.
Perfect. Get your votes in right here, right now for those, and we'll announce the winner of the show, and then we'll of course do demo of the day in a little bit. Before that though, I'm going to give you a mo or two to check out those baskets. We'll be back after this.
We've had to make some changes to our shipping charges, and we want to keep you informed. With continued pressure on domestic shipments around mainland US, we've had to temporarily increase the cost of our regular 6 to 10 working day standard shipping service from $9.99 to $12.95, and our free shipping threshold from $100 to $125. We also have some really great news to tell you. We've introduced a brand new shipping service called Express Delivery. This is a fully tracked door-to-door service which takes 3 to 7 working days and costs $19.95. This option means you'll get your crafty goodies in your hands sooner, meaning less waiting and more crafting. We're also upgrading delivery services for our Gold and Platinum Club Inspire members, who will now receive priority delivery on all of their orders. And if that wasn't enough, we've upgraded these orders to our new Express 3 to 7 day service. Your patience and understanding throughout this very busy time has been amazing. So we'd just like to say a huge thank you, and we look forward to chatting to you again very soon.
Lots of you actually talking about shipping today, and we had someone saying they'd ordered something on the 27th, it's already with them. Someone else messaged saying that they ordered something on the 30th, and it's gotten to them, so that's fabulous. It's lovely to be back with you. Get those votes in for demo of the show, and then we'll do demo of the day. What shall we do whilst we're waiting? Shall we craft? Oh, Twister's arm. Okay, Craigle, what are we up to?
Right, let's go for the stamp set that was also part of that original one with the glitter markers. So this one is called Make-A-Wish. We've got the lovely toadstools within these ones. So let's go in with our cardstock. And I was getting myself that prepared. I seem to have had a habit, Becky, of cutting all my cardstock to the actual size that I want, forgetting always ideally it's best to stamp onto a bigger cardstock and then trim it down, because I always need to remember I've got the positioning of my magnets to pop into place. So let's go in with a larger piece of cardstock. I always remember a legend in the craft industry, certainly here in the UK, Don Bibby, always said, it's always great to prepare, don't prepare too much, and don't prepare well in advance, because you'll get yourself overly prepared that you'll go too far, and you'll get yourself overly prepared too far in advance that come the show, you'll forget what you're going to do.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I always remember trying not to prepare too far in advance, but it's just me. I like to be prepared and prepped as much as I can. So there is a downside to being like that, but
Yeah,
hey, it's not a bad thing.
No, absolutely not.
So I've got my Nina cardstock, I've got my toadstool, and I've got my stamp here. And what we're going to do is I'm going to stamp that here. We're going to give that a nice little stamp. Should I actually give a shout out to both Dawn and also our very own Liam, who are both separately feeling a bit under the weather just now. Both of them have been in the hospital. Nothing COVID related. Don't worry about anything like that. They are absolutely fine and on the mend. They've just been a bit run down. And I know Dawn has had some back issues and stuff like that. So big shout out to both of them. Liam as well. Liam I was texting earlier on, and he's fighting fit and on the mend. So big shout out to both of them. But here we go. We have got our impression. Once again, I am more than happy, more than delighted with that, Becky, but I want to give that a real burst of outline colour.
Perfect.
So we're going to go in.
Hey up, we have had winner of the demo of the show on through, so we'll let you know that in a second, and then you can get voting for demo of the day.
Oh, amazing. Let's go for it.
On the ball today, as per usual, our fabulous social media, Rachel.
Is it Rachel? We had
Rachel we've got on today.
We've been treated well. We had Taylor this morning.
Yeah.
We had Sarah Jane in the middle. And now we've got Rachel.
Lovely Rachel.
Fab.
Dream teams.
What an amazing Friday it's been today.
Yeah.
The team in general. Love it.
I agree with you. We had a lovely team tea.
We did. Unfortunately, Jake's not been in, but hey, you can't win it all.
No, that's true.
Just for the record, Tracy walked past me as I said that on purpose.
She now looks like she's sucking on a lemon.
Maybe she's regretting bringing us our hot
nice
drinks now. So here we go. Now we're going to go into the classics again. I'm going to go in with the red. So I'm going to go in with DR1, DR2. I've got two DR2s there. Why have I got two? Let's go. Let's just bear with you.
Whilst you're finding that one, which one do you think has won demo of the show, Craig?
Georgina thinks unicorn. I think the Seahorse.
You think the Seahorse. You're going Seahorse. Let me tell you, demo of the show is the frame.
No way.
Yeah, the Lee Holland frame.
Wow.
Yeah, so that was a demo of the show. We will vote against that one, against... I've got a Mia beside me.
She's on the ball. She's on the ball.
So you have got the frame beside you there, lovely Craigle.
I do indeed.
So let's have a little bit of a vote-a-rooney, shall we? So right there you can see number 1. It's your Seahorse. That's from the Wake Up Call.
Yeah.
Then I've got for you number 2, which was the Bow from the launch. And last but by no means leastly, I know I've put this in a very strange order now. You have got the frame. So, it's, oh, do you want me to put it in real order? Oh, I suppose that makes sense. We've got 1, 2, 3. Get your votes in now for Demo of the Day. We'll let you know the winner in a little bit. I'm back with you, Craigle.
Fab. I was kind of like Wake Up Call this morning where I was pleasantly surprised by what actually won. I didn't expect that, but I'm glad that it did.
Oh, I really like that Seahorse. I think it's gorgeous.
So here we go. Nice selection of lovely, lovely comments from all of you at home today, which has been nice.
Yeah, it's lovely when we hear off people, isn't it?
It's actually been a really lovely first week back. Do you know that?
Did you feel a little bit sort of first day back at school after school holidays at first?
So we're 5 to 9 after it, well, going on the watershed here in the UK. I was bricking it.
Were you?
Just before I went live after, what was that? It was about 10, 11 days off.
Yeah.
I was so nervous just before we went live on Wake Up Call on Tuesday. So nervous.
And now I bet you feel like you've not even been on holiday.
It is, yeah, yeah. But you know when sometimes when you come back off a holiday, you don't get stressed out, but you know when you're trying to get caught up with emails, you're trying to get caught up with that, this, that, the next thing. And obviously I have had all that, but it's been so nice. Again, we've got an incredible design team, but I do have to give another big shout out to Linda Fitzsimmons, who has been an absolute gem this week and helped me with little colouring areas and prep, certainly prep for my Wake Up Call on Tuesday. Same with Michelle, she gave me a helping hand too on Monday. So thank you, I really appreciate it. Because Wake Up Call, it really is such a fast-paced turnaround.
Yeah.
Do you know, for instance, I'm trying to think now. With Wake Up Call, I work between 24 hours and 48 hours in advance. That's it.
Yeah.
So
quick turnarounds.
I don't have long to prep, and that's not a negative. I'm so lucky and so fun to do that. But all you need is if I've got extra shows or that, you know, and the build up. So always a helping hand from the design team, and I will always give them the credit when they've helped me out, always. But here we are, we've gone in. So that was DR1. I've gone in and blended in with DR2. Sorry, start that again. I went completely over with DR1.
Yeah.
I went into each side with DR3. Mm-hmm. Then I've come back in with DR2 and started to blend them in. I'm now going to go back with DR1 and finish that off. And we're going to blend that one out. So if we blend that in, work this one in. It's on our Nina, so you're going to get that incredible smoothness. And we're going to work that one in. There, and then there. I'm going to leave it there. But can you see, even with the DR1, 2 and 3, it's not overly impactful, but you've got that lightness within the middle. That will evaporate a little bit more, so we've got the darkness, so you're getting that roundness where it's dark at each side, and you can tell you've got that movement of the roundness where it's getting light there. Start to build them all up. I've not done any blending or shading on that one, Becky. I've gone direct with the colour, but if you wanted to carry on doing blending and shading, you absolutely can do little bits of matting and layering. And I'm going to repeat what I've said all throughout the show. When it comes to your stamped image, don't worry and don't spend too much time on all the decoration around it. You want the focus of the recipient to go on what you've done. You've spent all your time colouring that. Make sure they see it without just putting lots of stuff that's not necessary all the way around.
Definitely, absolutely. The votes are in. You are voting between 1, 2 and 3. What do you think's going to win, Craigle?
Oh, 2.
The winner is Numero uno! The Seahorse
I was
will
surprised again.
Yeah, the Seahorse
Pleasantly.
will be galloping towards that wonderful shelf behind us. So well done, and thank you for your voting. We have brought you so many treats from our wake up call and our launch day, and of course today's Colour Me Happy. It is the Classique 132 piece collection set we want to talk to you about right now. Everything you see on screen, yes, this is included. All of these things you're going to be getting here, including all of those 6-packs of your colours and the 12 packs that you get in there. You're also getting the gentle toned ones. The trays, you're getting 2 trays. 2 trays will fit in here, and you'll have about this much space left as well, and you get that too. That by itself, you know, £40 today. If you do want it by itself, you absolutely can. It's the 20% discount, but nonetheless, all of that, you're saving nearly £110. You're saving nearly $155. Craigle, it has been absolutely fabulous to be with you today. When are you on with us next?
Oh, it's been so good. Thank you so much, Becky, being back with you. I am back on Monday. Not only am I back on Wake Up Call, I can officially tell you now, Christmas launches on Monday. So this is going to be getting all these Christmas ranges over the next couple of weeks. We're going to be seeing Sarah back in the building as well, but I will be on social media all weekend, so posting ideas, inspiration and ideas. So do come along and follow me, but I will see you live back here on Crafters TV on Monday for Wake Up Call with Craig. We're going to do next week all over again.
Oh, we love that. Thank you as always for tuning in and joining us. Thank you for getting in touch with us socially. I'm not back with you now till next Saturday, where I've got a launch with Sarah and I'm demoing. We will be with you very soon. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon, my love, and we'll see you then.
Bye.